Blessed be y'all, this is Jen Fremont. Let's talk a little bit about churches. I had the occasion this morning, actually. There is a United Church of Christ that I pass by a lot, and I'd been told that they were very similar to Unitarian Universalists in that they were welcoming of all religions, except that they were much more on the Christian side than UUs are. And I had always been curious about, what their services were like and stuff like that. And when I was going to the UU church in Dallas there, in Garland, I should say, I had always thought it would be interesting to go and see one of those services, but I was always doing the services or participating in the services, or I very rarely had any time to go and do that sort of stuff. So this morning I decided I was going to go, and I'm glad I went. I can't say that I got anything out of the service. It was more an experience for myself it's not my place. I don't begrudge those people their place. I don't tell them that they should not go there. But it is not my place. I started going to the Unitarian Universalist Church in Garland, and it was a primarily pagan church, which is actually unusual for Unitarian Universalists. Most of them are either more on the Christian side or more on the humanist side. There's a few like this one that are their term for it is earth-centered, and I don't think we had more than pretty much everybody was on a different pagan path. So we kept our things rather generically pagan. What I would term is modern American neo-paganism. We always had a patron that we elected each year that we would work with, and I got a lot out of that. We also used to do a monthly thing just to study about different deities and stuff, and we would call them in addition to our patron. And that always helped me out. Well, I was the one that was doing the service, so I did the most research on things. A few people actually did say that after the service they went and did some research on their own and did some stuff, and I was glad for that. Most folks don't, and I don't expect them to. I really don't. I found that most people who come to a church, they want to sit in the pew and, have somebody else give them a spiritual experience. Well, after about 6 years of going there and being very involved, for much of that time I was there every day of the week. And very rarely, we had one Friday that we didn't do anything, and so one Friday a month, and so for a couple of years there, I had like one day a month off. I got really burned out, and by the end it was just some new folks came in, and We handed it over to him. A friend of mine and I were basically the two people that did most of the stuff. There were a few other folks that did things for quite a while, but they departed. They came, they went. We were the ones that kept things together, kept the doors open and everything else. But the new folks came in. At the time I was rather pissed off at them, but looking back on it, I needed to separate myself from that. I was not able to. I was going to stay in Dallas and get a place of my own, and eventually it was a Sunday, and I don't know exactly what the circumstances were, but I left there going, this is no longer my place. I don't have a place here. And it was sad, but it was also very freeing. And the next day I was like, I'm moving to Tulsa. I'm getting the hell out of this town. That church was keeping me there. And it was good to let go of that. Because I would have still been stuck. I would have been paying a whole lot more money in rent. I would have been, a lot of stuff would have not changed. And I'm glad that wasn't my place anymore. I'm glad some other folks came in and took the reins. A lot of it, I felt like I kept the place propped up with both my money and my time so that it would not fall under my watch. So far it's still going. I don't really have contact with those folks. When I first left, yeah, there was some animosity against certain folks, but I don't care anymore. It's a waste of my energy to relive that sort of stuff. I don't plan to go back. And, it's for somebody else to take care of. I took care of it for, 6 years, and it's time for somebody else to take care of it. If it folds up, then, it's not my problem. I'm sorry to say, but it's not my problem. And, I've been to the Unitarian Universalist Church here, and I've been to 2 of them. One of them very small, and I went there once, and I decided, no, I can't get sucked back into this, because I could see that it would be very easy if I did start to do things there that I would be sucked back into it and end up being there every day of the week. The other one that I went to is a much larger one. It's several hundred members, and it's not my place. I went there, I enjoyed the services, for the most part, I would say. But I can't say that I could go there all the time. I went on Mother's Day, I went on Father's Day. I'm not sure why I went on Father's Day, except I was feeling down. My dad passed away. It's been little over 3 years, I guess, something like that. And this year, for the first time, it had been, I was really missing it. But I went to the service there. I went and had a breakfast at a diner, the kind of diner that he would have liked. But I went on Mother's Day because my mom always wants me to go to church. So I went and her. And she still thinks I need saving. And I doubt that she will ever let go of what I see as a fairy tale. She may see this someday, and I don't know. But there's nothing I can say to her. I've been so many places. I have done so many magical things. I have been beyond this reality so many times that I cannot have that faith anymore. I know there is nothing to it. I hate to say that, but those places are not my place. I don't know what's my place. I joined the temple of Satan here. I have not been to any of the things or really met any of the people. I've read some of the Satanic Bible, and I've been practicing this stuff for years and never knew that's what it was about. Things like coming to the conclusion that you don't waste your love on people that are going to throw it back in your face. Don't put up with psychic vampires. Get the hell away from them. Treat people with respect as long as they respect you. If they don't respect you, do what you have to do to defend yourself and get the hell away from them. And I don't think that's a bad thing. Don't know that the temple of Satan is my place. It would be nice to have a group, a herd. I can't see myself joining a Wiccan coven because I'm sorry, no. Strega or heathenism, I could do with that, but still, it comes with a lot of stuff that I am not into. I could probably do the heathenism. I resonate much more with their deities. I have worked with some of their deities. And I could probably do that. I think that's about as far as I'm going to go on this. I'm still trying to find my place. And it's a struggle sometimes, but I'm sure a lot of you have the same sort of thing, and keep looking. This is Jen Fremont. Blessed be y'all.